welcome to Werewolf Shapeshifters Tarot. I just wanted to get in here and tell you guys a message I received today while I was drawing down by the river. I had recently watched a video of how to draw creatures, and while the artist was drawing all these really cool four-legged, beastie, wolfy, rhino, dino type beasts, when I started, all of mine ended up being cute little insects with wings that resembled moths and butterflies. And I'll send you guys a screenshot of it. And then my son, who had come down to the river with me, had in his backpack a manga coloring book. And I opened it up, and there was this beautiful character in a chariot being pulled by giant moths and leaving a trail of butterflies behind. And I think there was a dragonfly symbol in the character's crown. So there's a great message coming through here about you being able to wrap together and bind binary thinking, black and white thinking, and control it and master it so that you're not fooled into the system thinking of black and white, and how you are leaving behind you a trail of transformation. So if that sounds exciting, let's get into today's reading. I didn't have cards down at the river, but I'm going to pull some now. These are the little guys I was practicing. So they started out being insect-like here. And I think it was just after I drew this one that I saw this image in the book. Okay, so I opened up to this page, which is a double page. Not all the pictures in this book are. And I don't recall. Okay, I said there was a dragonfly, but maybe that's what I thought was a dragonfly. That butterfly. So there's the Chariot. The Chariot is a water symbol card associated with Cancer, and the other symbol I was reading about today is the rune Manwaz, which is also a water sign and means the self. And the Chariot is being a water sign has evolved over the years from the 17th, 18th century to being driving by force in the world and having personal victories over the world, accomplishment, achieving something, achieving success and status, to by the time Rider-Waite came along in 1905, it changed it to more of a mastery of inner will and discipline over outer elements. And then with the Thoth deck, it evolved into something more of divine alignment. And I see all three of the evolutions here. She's holding the reins, which was more of a force, a physical force over outside influences. But then evolving into more of being in alignment with divine will, with the crown. And the feel I got when I saw the trail of butterflies and the transformation that you are making in the world by pulling on forces that are in the dark, not usual, not your typical, this is how we do things, this is how we succeed in life, system BS. So I'm seeing you definitely taking control of guiding your life through energy work, through using the imagination. See, her eyes are covered. So it's not what she's seeing that's becoming a reality, it's what she is imagining that's becoming a reality. And I was reading about Einstein recently and how he said imagination is more important than information or intelligence. That's not a direct quote, but that was what he was saying. The imagination is far more valuable in solving problems and understanding reality than the intelligent logic information that you can read out of a book. Because that's what is. And we already know that what is not the all of it. In fact, it's so small a part of it that often nothing makes sense. And we're trapped. We become trapped in a system to where we're very limited in what we're able to create and imagine and do. But we are breaking out of that system, knowing that that system only existed within our minds. And because we are pulling in all of our abilities and aligning ourselves with all of the elements and using our imagination to guide us, our lives are transforming. It's transforming to a huge extent, to where the system doesn't have control over us anymore because we don't fall in line with those ideals. Oh, sorry, you guys. Sometimes I stall when I'm thinking about the message because I see visualizations and then I interpret them. And so sometimes it's better if I just speak all of this into ChatGPT and then Chat can formulate it in something I can read to you. It seems to go a little bit smoother that way. But this is the rune I was looking up this morning. And it is also a water sign, and it has to do with the self. So, mastery of the self. And that is what we're seeing here with the Chariot. And being that both are water signs is why transformation is possible, because you can go with the flow and the fluidity of life. And I have the Rider-Waite here. So we'll pull some cards from that. And I'll be right back. Okay, tell us more about the Chariot and the mastery that we are having in life. And the first card out is the Nine of Swords. And so definitely mastery over your thoughts, mastery over the little nibblers that kept you worried, that kept things restless, that made all the problems seemed so huge that you couldn't succeed. And the next card we have is the Four of Wands. So mastery over these thoughts, being able to see them for what they are, name them, let them go, and release them, and mastery over celebrating yourself and your successes. So these thoughts no longer control you, and you're able to bring balance to your life with celebrating things like mastery over your thoughts, over the worries, over the system, not letting it control you, and really learning how to see those wins and celebrate. That's what's bringing in a lot of beautiful stability. Tell us more about the Chariot and the alignment. Tell us more about the alignment. This is the untold story. Ooh, I kept this card because this seemed interesting. You're in alignment with your work, your labor, what you're choosing to spend your time on. That is in divine alignment. And it's bringing magic. It seems like magic. The energy work that you're doing, the visualization seems like magic. But it's relaxing, and the more you relax and open up, the more possibility, the more things become possible. They seem possible, whereas before they didn't, because you couldn't see anything before except for worry and anxiety. Anxiety caused by worrying. But now that you've learned to name that and to celebrate your control and your mastery over that, everything you do, all the work you're doing is in alignment, and you can rest knowing that you don't have to do all of the work because the universe is working with you. Oh, we have this one first. In some of the Chariot cards, there is a city behind them, or stars in the sky above them. And so we're going to take this Four of Pentacles as greater expansion of wealth, almost like the World card, because you are starting to give to yourself instead of giving it all away to everyone else, instead of being the people pleaser and doing for everyone so that you have nothing left to give and you're just slowly aching and withering away. So instead of doing that, you're given to yourself, you're allowing knowledge to come in, you're supported by knowledge, well grounded in knowledge, and you hold that knowledge in your heart so you can see through it with your heart. You can read the knowledge with your heart, and that puts you on top of the world. What is this? Tell us more about this transformation. The King of Wands. Your dreams are transforming. They're becoming more possible. You're passionate about your dreams again. And this passionate about your dreams from this new vantage point of being on top of the world is going to manifest them. You're well grounded in love, and it's growing. Your dreams are growing and becoming reality around you. You're putting into action your dreams. You're writing, you're drawing, you're recording, you're visualizing, you're journaling, and all of this is bringing in and attracting to you what you need to continue growing your dreams and manifesting them and watching them come to fruition. It's helping you to share them. It's helping them stay protected and real so that they don't die. And let's see, is there anything else that we want to know? Any last messages about the Chariot? Your untold story. It's time to tell your story. You can share your story. You can be another voice, another node, another nodule in the awakening movement of freedom into... It's like a stepping stone. It helps others to reach the heights that you've reached and that you're going to reach, because you're still rising. And you're being purified. The Chariot also speaks about divine protection, and the kitty is protection as well. Your purity is bringing in a great harvest because you're clear on your goals and who you are and where you want to go. You are full of action, full of creativity, and aligned with making the right moves. You had the King and the Queen of Wands, which is like pulling in the two opposing forces of masculine and feminine, making them whole. Inside of you, and knowing that what is inside of you manifests and grows outside of you. There's no will or forceful thing that you have to do to the outside world to get it to change, that it's all within. And so you've always had the ability to be free, and now you are. And all of this is supported by the card on the bottom of the deck. So let's see what we have here. Change, transformation. There's the river, the divine protection. With the river really standing out is how easily you flow from one form to another to allow change and creativity so that you don't stay stuck. You're always transforming and growing into what's new. So allowing transformation, you allow it, and that's why you leave behind you a trail of transformation. And the butterfly symbolizing transformation. So you're very fluid. Your signs were all fluid water signs. And you have taken charge of your inner worlds, your inner thoughts, your inner emotions, and your energy, and you're creating, and you're moving. Everything is fine. Everything is going well. And you keep allowing more and more and more good fortune to you because you're relaxed, because you're purified. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me at Werewolves Shapeshifter Tarot. This is Gaia Wolf signing off.